let's talk about marriage. Let's talk about partnership. Shout out to Hal because it's her idea for me to create a content about happy wife, happy life. So, you see, I just have 3 cents for happy wife, happy life. But before we begin, let me just share a quick glimpse of how we began as, a husband and wife. So, when my wife and I began, when we were in boyfriend-girlfriend state, we agreed that we should take time to know each other, know our behavior, our attitude, for us to be better when we got there on the next stage, which is marriage. And I think of being the best guy for her. She had her boyfriends before, but I just wanted to become the best from those guys, and I think I succeeded because she accepted my proposal and I became her husband. Happy wife, happy life. So it's more of one, discipline. Well, literally it's compromise. You both have to compromise for each other. Yes, women is always right. Well, typically because they care about us. They care not just for themselves but for the relationship. That is why they're always right. I think I said that in my previous video about Mother's Day. You can see it in the link here, or it roots to one: care and love. Okay, sa atin, sa mag-asawa, kasi magkaiba ang personal description below. They are always right because they care not just for themselves but for the partnership, for the family, and that's why they're always right. So you see, the discipline, the compromises that we're going to do, it's not just for us, it's for the both of us, right? So that's the reason why you need to have that kind of a compromise. Remember, way back from when we are single, we tend to create a lot of time for ourselves. We can go outside, we can go on overnight with our friends, go drink overnight, stay out, but the time right now with your wife, with your partner, is different. You have to involve your wife with whatever your decision is, simply because she's also gonna be affected with it, no matter what kind of a decision that is. If it is for career, for personal growth, with the type of friends that you have, definitely she has to know. You see, if it's gonna affect your relationship, definitely you don't have to cross the line, right? So that's one, discipline and compromise. Number 2, since I already talked about it, she's always right. Don't argue, guys. She is always right. Again, I talked about this in my Mother's Day video. You can watch it. But then again, she's always right. So the last thing would be, if there is a problem between the two of you, you make sure you talk about it with just the two of you. And as per se here in the Philippines, wag mo nang ipagpabukas. Don't let it slid up until tomorrow. Don't let that problem stay in between the two of you up until tomorrow. You fix it today. Reason being, there are problems that you have to talk about with each other. Actually, most of the problem in regards to your partnership, you have to fix it within the day. Now, there are certain arguments, there are certain problems that you can't just fix it within the day. Granted, there really is. But once you're calmed down, either one of you or the both of you, then you can talk about it and fix it. You see, whenever there's a problem, at the end of the day, you make sure you fix it. And that's what I did between the two of us when I aimed for becoming the best guy for her. And being the best guy for your girl, for your woman, for your lady would be making sure that when you talk, when you argue, it would be to fix things out, not to make things worse, not to make more arguments. It's for you to fix it out. And you see, that's what happy life, or what happy wife, happy life is. More of the compromise between the two of you. Well, we will become the foundation of the family someday. So we need to toughen up. Toughen up meaning we have to understand every ups and downs from, our lady, from our woman. So that everything would work out at the end of the day. Granted, women really is complicated. Granted. And that's why we have to toughen up to understand them well. And that's where I began in this video, right? I told you that we established our personal behaviors, our attitudes within that 5 years of getting to know. Now, how about those, couples that they just started and they already have a family? Then, still, it's not too late. Get to know your wife. Whenever you encounter something new about her, embrace it. Those imperfections from women, those are the kind of things that you would love with them the more. And you see, you would succeed in life if you were able to understand and make compromises for your wife. You know why? Because whenever we make compromises for our wives, definitely that compromise would entail how good you are in terms of handling your relationship with your wife and your family. And it would work out, definitely. And that's why the title of this video is Happy Wife, Happy Life. It's more about us understanding our wife. Yes, they're complicated, but at the end of the day, those complications entails to how much they care about us, how much they care about where we're standing. It's about how much they wanted to have a great life, not just for themselves, but for us, for the family. And that's the reason why this video or this content is also important for relationship, for partnership, not just for married couples, but for partnership. Because again, relationship is all about commitment, discipline, and compromise. And of course, she's always right. So that's it for me, for Jayvance Media. I'll be uploading this video on YouTube, of course. You consider subscribing and leave a like if you like this video. I am having podcast account, Jayvance Media. I'll be uploading this there as well. And also follow our Facebook page and the Instagram account. Thank you very much and have a really great one. She's always right. She's always right. She's always right. Don't argue, she's right. Definitely she's right. Yeah, whenever she's wrong, she's right.